Hello and welcome, this is Rooflemonger, and today I'm actually going to be talking about the recently released patch notes. So the link to the full patch notes will be at the bottom in the description if you want to check that, because there's a lot of bug fixes that aren't really pertinent to the gameplay. But the very big thing, probably big thing with a bullet, is this is now dead. So no more web ball reality stone. So the new coding is after the third web ball, or any grab state, which I'll go into in a second. After the third web ball, they'll now cause a spin out. And if you're not familiar with what a spin out is, I'm just going to switch to Mind Stone to show you quickly. So Mind Stone, if you Mind Stone again, that's an invincible spin out where they can safely air recover. So now if you do the, former web ball infinite, after the third web ball they will spin out. So it is still alright for damage, but it's now no longer a true infinite. So no more cheesy stuff. And now I did mention that grab state, so this also affects Frank's zombie, the catch zombies. So I suppose, even though it's never really a big deal, he could do the same thing as Spider-Man with Reality Stone. So I have to switch to Mind Stone now, obviously. But so he no longer could do that as well. So that affects Spider-Man and Frank. Now, next important thing to mention, I'm going to read this as it's written. It says, fixed a bug that made it impossible to block during the last frame of crouching block recovery. Now, my understanding is that is now moves like Dante, where you can go like crouch like kick Stinger and make the Stinger an overhead, effectively like an unblockable. That will no longer work, and similar states like that. Now, that's my interpretation of what that's reading. It may be wrong, but from my understanding, that's what that sounds like, because that's obviously can't be intentional anyways to make that an overhead when moves not obviously an overhead and it's like impossible to block otherwise. So hopefully that gets rid of that. Now, another big one also affecting Dante is Dante's Beehive, which is this guy here, if you're not aware. And other moves, including Chun's Spinning Bird Kick, Chris Sweep Combo, and Dr. Strange's Lightning Bolts. The moves are now allowed to be air recovered from. So before, no matter what, you kind of were at the mercy of Dante when this happened. Like, you were in a fixed position, that was the end of the story, there's nothing you could do to get out. So now you are allowed to hold any of the 8 directions and air recover out of it if the combo ends its natural end. So that is a way to, Dante is very impressive with that kind of stuff. So now you have the option to get out just like you would against anyone else. Now, the last thing I want to mention that I feel is very important towards competitive play is throw invincibility during your air recovery has been increased from 3 frames to 5 frames. So you have a little less time to get snagged by some big air grab setups if you're not air recovering. Generally in the corner, if you air recover up forward, you can get rid of most air throw setups. But sometimes you're not thinking about it, or you don't know the setup, so you don't think to hold it. But this will give you a little more time if it's if it is obvious in the build up, just to sneak your way out. So something like this will be a lot less tricky, and if you don't expect it at all, you're still going to get got, don't get me wrong, right? But it just gives you just a smidge more time to get out of those kind of situations if you weren't prepared for them. Now, as for everything else, like I said, it's mostly bug fixes and glitches, fixes and all that. So once again, please check the video description for the patch notes in full. So the patch apparently will be going live on Monday, and on Tuesday, that is when the new DLC characters drop. So expect some videos from me for these characters, because I'm really looking forward to them, especially Monster Hunter and Sigma. So anyways, I hope this video found you well. Thank you very much for watching, and go out and play some Marvel.